Hello, I'm Marlon Moat, and I would like to introduce you to Krystal-Klean powder, the next generation of solvent purification that can be used with dry cleaning machines using cartridge or spin disc filtration. Krystal-Klean powder removes moisture, odors, dyes, and MDRs through a revolutionary non-hazardous filtration media. Krystal-Klean powder optimizes your solvent performance by inhibiting carbon attachment and eliminating costly and complex distillation processes, whether you use petroleum, perc, or green earth. The master distributor of Krystal-Klean powder is Mr. Jack Godfrey. Jack is a second-generation dry cleaner who has been a pioneer in our industry for over 50 years. Jack was a key part in the important and innovative thinking in the development of Krystal-Klean powder. Because of the escalating costs of solvent, Jack wanted to find a cost-effective solution that will allow you to spend more time building your business, not worrying about keeping your solvent clean and polished. Krystal-Klean powder is an eco-friendly acid-treated bentonite clay that removes moisture from your solvent, removes all fatty acids, removes dyes, removes MDRs, prevents odor caused by moisture, extends the life of your solvent, saves on your utility costs, and eliminates distillation. You can purchase Krystal-Klean powder in an economical 55-pound bulk bag, or in these handy, convenient prepackaged 1-pound bags that come 24 to a case, or in cartridge form either regular or jumbo Krystal-Klean all-carbon mix. A Krystal-Klean all-carbon mix filter should last 10 to 20% longer than a regular all-carbon filter. If you purchase Krystal-Klean in bulk form, we recommend that you store it, paper bag and all, in a plastic receptacle with a liner. In fact, it fits perfectly into a 20-gallon container. This will help keep the powder moisture-free. You can make your own 1-pound packages using specifically made disposable Lintol bags that can be reused 5 to 6 times. Or you can use a 200 to 300 thread count pillowcase. However, when using a pillowcase, check the seams. You may need to restitch for tighter seams. Put 1 pound of Krystal-Klean powder into the corner of the pillowcase. Zip tie, fold over as if you were folding socks, and zip tie closed. For added convenience, I suggest you make up 4 to 5 bags at a time and put them in a reclosable bag to seal out moisture. This way, you will have a bag already made up when it is time to change out the bag in your machine. I want to give a quick demonstration of how effectively and quickly Krystal-Klean powder works. Here is a contaminated sample of petroleum solvent from a dye bleed. The powder will absorb the contaminants and repel the solvent, leaving you with Krystal-Klean solvent. I began with 300 milliliters of contaminated solvent, poured 175 milliliters through the Krystal-Klean powder, resulting in 175 milliliters of polished solvent. The easiest and most cost-effective way to use Krystal-Klean is in your button trap as a solvent maintenance product. All machines are different, and the size of your button trap may vary from the one on this machine. The prepackaged bags are more convenient and less bulky than pillowcase bags, but either style should fit fine in your button trap. A 1-pound bag of Krystal-Klean should keep your solvent polished for about 1,000 pounds of clothes. Of course, this will vary according to the types of clothes you are cleaning and how much dye bleeding has occurred. To maximize the effect of Krystal-Klean, each day when you clean lint from your button trap, redistribute the powder. When the powder is spent or it has exhausted all its purifying properties, it will be a dark reddish color. Simply remove the bag and let it drain overnight. If you are utilizing the prepackaged bags, you can dispose of them the same way you dispose of your spent filters, according to local, state, and federal regulations. If you are working with reusable bags, you can dispose of the powder the same way that you do your filters. Again, the amount of Krystal-Klean you use and how often you change out the bag in your button trap will depend on the size of your machine and the types of garments you are cleaning. Another efficient way to use Krystal-Klean powder is in cartridge form. Instead of buying all carbon filters, buy the Krystal-Klean powder and all carbon mix filter available in regular and split form. A Krystal-Klean all carbon filter should last 10 to 20% longer than a regular all carbon filter. Some customers use these filters in addition to the button trap bags. If your solvent gets contaminated because of a busted coil or excessive dye bleeding, you can shock your system by putting a 1 pound bag or 1 to 2 cups of loose powder in the basket and running your wash cycle for 30 to 45 minutes. Depending on the amount of contamination, you may have to do this process several times. This method also works if you are using spin disc. Simply substitute Krystal-Klean as your pre-coating product. However, because Krystal-Klean is designed to restore your solvent to its virgin state, you will have to adjust your soap charge as necessary. The wonderful thing about Krystal-Klean is that you never have to distill again. You never have to dispose of contaminated solvent again. Krystal-Klean will remove all the impurities out of your solvent. Your customers will be happier with you using Krystal-Klean because their whites will be whiter and their colors will be brighter. Your bottom line will be happier because you will reduce your solvent and filter expense, reduce your utility expense, and reduce your labor and time expense. Krystal-Klean powder, far better method, far less worries. For additional information and to purchase Krystal-Klean, contact your local supplier or visit our website at www.krystalkleanpowder.com.